When I was but a young sprog, my family bought me a Mega Drive, complete with, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog and Predator 2, which was via rental. But there was one other game. That game was Mercs. This was the third Mega Drive game I ever played, so before writing this, I was a little concerned that my memory would be absolutely skewed to hell by nostalgic bias. So, does this game actually hold up? I really hope so. Oh, and for the record, don't worry, Sonic the Hedgehog and Predator 2 are going to get their own video very shortly. Now, when I was a child, I thought this was a game just made solely for the Mega Drive itself. Of course, I was a child and therefore wrong. This was actually a port of an arcade game made by Capcom, which included 3-player co-op, which is sadly something the Mega Drive version doesn't have. But further researching, I discovered that there were other ports as well, even one for the mighty ZX Spectrum, and considering the machine's limitations, it's actually a pretty damn good and faithful port of the arcade game. Plus, it actually has a 2-player mode. Not even the Mega Drive had that. The plot to the game is pretty simple. The former president of the United States has been kidnapped, and it's up to a crack team of mercenaries, or mercenary in this version, to get him back. This is a simple but effective setup, and it's helped by an awesome opening score. And that's it, bang, you're in the game, sprinting through the jungle and gunning down anyone that stands in your way. Controlling your Merc is simple enough. You run around, shoot enemies, or you can use a screen clearing grenade. Although these are limited, you can pick up more within the stages themselves. You start with the standard assault rifle, which shoots blue bullets. But you can acquire a missile or grenade launcher, a spread gun that seemingly shoots out giant peas, and a goddamn flamethrower that does this to enemies. Jesus Christ, is that violent for its time? Look, you can see them slightly stagger around before they crumble to the floor in a burning heap. Dead! You can also obtain these weird little red things that I think are ammunition clips, or are they like mods for your weapons? I don't know. Either way, they power up your weapons so that you can cause more damage. Additionally, you can also take control of mounted guns as well as driving some vehicles, but these are often destroyed very quickly due to their hitbox size. And it's all damn good fun. There's a constant stream of enemies with a nice amount of variation between the different ground units and vehicles, such as tanks and missile launching APCs. The bosses in particular are great. Usually enormous vehicles or structures, these bosses not only look great but can be equally challenging. For example, I've always loved the design of this giant death train thing. Look at the size of this monstrosity. And one singular badass mercenary has taken it down on his own. Speaking of challenging, this game is hard. You can really tell this is an arcade port. Once all your lives are gone, that's it, game over. No continues, no nothing. Thankfully, you do have a health bar, which can be extended with certain pickups, and other items can replenish your health as well. So you storm the beach, the city, and their main facility, which looks awesome, before finding a large aircraft attempting to take off. This is the single most irritating boss in the entire game, as it's the only one which has a time limit. That wouldn't be so bad, but you need to dodge all this shit flying towards you, and you inevitably start to panic and screw up once the plane slowly starts to move. However, once you disable the engines, you are met with this little cutscene, where you secure the president and save the day. This ending, especially the credits, just hit me right in the face with a nostalgic-laced brick. When I was recording this footage, I just sat here smiling as I watched it. Somehow, I'd forgotten this little scene involving the buggy and the motorbike as the credits rolled over it, and it just suddenly all just came flooding back at once. It was great. You know, what a nice little fun experience. You know, the thing is, the game's not actually over. See that there little arcade in original settings? So we've only finished the arcade version. The original setting is a completely different game, meaning there is even more awesomeness to play. Praise the sun. The story for this mode is different, if not very simplistic, with more levels than the arcade version. However, this time, instead of collecting different weapons, you receive a new mercenary in certain stages. They each come with their own unique weapon, power, movement speed, and health bar, which makes this version a little more strategic. If one merc is nearly dead, you can quickly swap him out for a different one and then back again when you find a health pickup. There are 5 mercs in total. The first one uses the basic assault rifle found in the arcade version, the second has the awesome flamethrower, the third uses a grenade launcher which is fucking devastating, the fourth uses a laser rifle, which can do a lot of damage due to the size of the shot, and the fifth has a homing rocket launcher. Each merc is useful and are all vital if you want to get through this. The medals you collect in this mode also serve a different purpose than that of the arcade game. In the arcade game, they were just used for points that would go towards getting an extra life. Here you can purchase health extensions, items and power-ups. Original mode is definitely hands down the standout mode of the game, with the arcade mode sort of serving as an introduction to the base game before you take on the tougher challenge and, in my opinion, the more engaging experience. In short, this game kicks all kinds of ass. The music is awesome, the weapons are all fun and have varying degrees of usage and power. The boss battles are difficult, but each design is cool, and you can set people on fire! On the negative side, it is a little short, particularly some of the levels, and the difficulty is way up there. You lose health in no time at all, and there aren't many lives. And don't forget, there aren't any continues, and if you lose all your lives, then you just travel to the big game over in the sky. However, the inclusion of 2 game modes with their own levels and loose plot really helps flesh the game out, much more than you'd really expect. There's absolutely no way in hell that this is a nostalgia trip. This is probably the most fun I've had playing the game for this little review series so far, and it might take a while to knock it off the top spot. If you haven't played this already, then give it a go. It's great, solid fun, and a game I can see myself always going back to when I fancy a quick retro gaming session. So what do you think? Does the game still hold up? Do you think it's solely a nostalgia trip? Comment below and let me know, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you'd like to hear more of my sexy words. Catch you later. Hi everyone, thanks for watching, it means a lot to me. If you liked what you saw or you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button just there in the bottom left hand corner. And click on the YouTube button thing there to just go directly to the channel so you see even more of my videos, if you want to see all of them. And then there's the Twitter button there if you want to add me on Twitter because you're mental. Obviously, there you go, some of my previous videos at the top left as well there, and my most recent video before this one in the centre there. And thanks again for watching, I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.